I'm your chief stewardess, Something Blue. Take me along for your next flight. Listening to WJST Jet Set, Lexington, Kentucky. Do you remember the good old days when you used to call me? It's Saturday night. You pull out your little black book and flip right to my page. Here it is in full color. For adults only. Find that special someone in the pages of Java's Little Black Book, featuring Bachelor Pad Magazine's hottest pinups. Order now at bachelorpadmagazine.com. The Gigawatts Burlesque Review from Austin, Texas is always on the go. Follow at Gigawatts on Instagram and the Gigawatts Burlesque Review on Facebook to keep track of all their travels and adventures along the way. That's at JIGGLEWATTS or find them at thegigawattsburlesque.com. Hop on the WJST Jet Set airship and take off for somewhere exotic. You are far from home in a place where no one speaks your language. The locals are friendly and welcoming. The taste of unfamiliar spices blossoms in your mouth. The scent of incense wafts to your nose as you explore a busy marketplace. The balmy heat is cut by a cool evening breeze. The stars twinkle above, and the sound of WJST Jet Set Radio can be heard in the night.
In order to give jet setters the fullest encompassing flight simulation, Program Director Chris Richards keeps adding original reel-to-reel tapes from the Astro Stereo archives of American Airlines during the Jet Set era. Coming soon, a vivid spectrum of stereo sound. Guardians of the Jet Set sound like Paul Marriott, Xavier Cugat, and the Mystic Moods Orchestra will be on board along with the legendary vocalist Patti Page. A vivid spectrum of stereo sound will also feature a newcomer, Melba Moore, the Keith Texter Singers, and Nana Muscari. And last, but certainly not least, country cut-up and Grand Ole Opry favorite Roger Miller will be flying the friendly skies too. A vivid spectrum of stereo sound can only be heard here. I'm your pilot, Gary Miles. You made the choice to fly with the best, WJST. We are Jet Set Radio.
And welcome aboard flight number 78988 with service from your current location to your dream destination. First, we would like to thank you for choosing SMR Airlines. We're the only airlines that guarantee 100% safe flights. Your comfort and your relaxation are our priority. We're also very glad to announce that all our passengers are flying first class tonight, and we will provide exceptional in-flight service for the welfare, comfort, enjoyment, and safety of our passengers. My name is Victoria, and I will be your flight attendant tonight. Before they depart, I would like to give you a brief safety presentation where we require that you give us your careful attention. Ensure that all your carry-on items are securely stored in an overhead department. Place smaller items under your seat. Make sure that all your electronic devices and mobiles are turned off or set to an airplane mode. Also, make sure your seatbelt is fastened. To fasten, put the middle tape into the buckle and adjust the strap so it's low and tight on your lap. Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on. And even if the seatbelt sign is off, please keep your seatbelt fastened in case we experience any rough air. It's unlikely, but if the cabin pressure changes, oxygen masks will automatically appear in front of you. Pull the mask towards you and put it on your nose and mouth. Breathe normally and note that oxygen is flowing, and don't worry if the bag does not inflate. We also remind you that smoking is not allowed on our flights. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying smoke detectors in lavatories is prohibited by law. Dear passengers, we have 6 emergency exits on this airplane. They are situated in the front, middle, and rear parts of the airplane. Please take a moment and find the exit closest to your seat, and remember that it might be behind you. All emergency exits are marked with an exit sign. Dear passengers, if you are sitting at emergency exit, please review your responsibilities for emergency exit seating that you can find on the back of safety information card that you can find in your seat pocket. Thank you for your attention. Please read the safety information card, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me or any of our crew members. We will go through the cabin for final safety check. Thank you. Is your seatbelt fastened?
Yeah, I believe so.
And do you know if you just need help?
No, I think I'm okay. Thanks for asking, though. I appreciate it. So, Victoria?
Yes, sir.
I have a question.
You have questions?
So, are we leaving soon?
Yes, we'll be taking off shortly.
Oh, do you have Captain Gary Miles?
No. We have really good pilots, so the takeoff will be really, really smooth.
Oh,
Don't worry.
Super cool.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course. If you have any questions or anything you would like to know, there's a button. You can just push on the button. It'll come.
Sweet. Thanks.
Okay,
I
thank you.
appreciate it.
Dear passengers, we would like to announce that we'll be taking off shortly. For the relaxation and comfort of our passengers, American Airlines will offer you some entertainment and relaxation services. Tea, coffee, and full bar service will be available through the flight. Our flight attendants will be passing around to offer you drinks and snacks shortly. Thank you for your attention.
Εκείνο το πρωί του είπα καλημέρα. Εκείνο το πρωί του είπα καλημέρα.
He was born one morning. It was cold and it was snowing. And from the start, he never had a chance. And though the doctors said he couldn't live, his mama had some faith to give, and they brought him to her, and his mama named him Vance. He was sick a long time then. I used to sit by him. I'd rub his head. He would squeeze my hand. But he never cried. He grit his teeth and smiled at me because he couldn't speak. And that's when I began to respect the little man. And I think Vance was 3 right about then. He started school, and one day he came home, and at the doorway I could tell the little man didn't want to come inside. He'd met a girl, but her boyfriend Smitty had caught him walking home with her and nearly killed Vance. But then Vance never cried. And the only thing that Smitty hurt was pride. And he said, "Papa, do you become a man when you're 21? And I said, "Age doesn't make a man, my son." He looked at me so puzzled with eyes so young and kind, and I think Vance was 7 about that time. I guess they say the first love is the very best. At least it was with Vance, because he'd scratch Becky on his desk. But Becky went with Smitty, and Vance was very small. And he used to dream what it'd be like to be tall. And then a few years later, Vance came in one day and told me and his mama that he had to go away to be fitted for a uniform. And though his mama shed a tear, he kissed her and said he'd see us in 2 years. And he looked at me and said, "Papa, I'm going to be a man." Well, 2 years to the day, Vance came walking in the driveway, and I didn't recognize him from his size till he got near. He came in and he hugged his mama and said, "Hey, Papa, little man, want to go with me somewhere and grab a beer?" So we were sitting at this table when this fella at the bar started bugging Vance, calling him Soldier. But Vance kept his cool. And he said, "Papa, that guy's Smitty. He needs to be pitied now, 'cause that's the same guy that used to bully me in school." Then Smitty said the wrong thing when he brought up Becky's name, and Vance finally stood and said, "Boy, what did you say?" And it did my heart so much good when Vance hit old Smitty, and it took 2 of Smitty's friends to carry him away. Well, Vance left the very next morning. It was cold and it was snowing. And from the first, life hadn't been much fun. But he had finally made a stand, and he'd become a self-made man, and incidentally, he had just turned 21.